Bro, you used to be great. You used to make more money than you do right now. You used to have a better body than you have right now. You used to be happier. And now you feel like you've moved backwards in life. You look at the previous version of yourself and you feel like, damn, I wish I had the same fire and drive that he had to set goals and make progress. Why am I not doing that right now? Why do I feel like it's hard to wake up in the morning and make progress towards my goals? In this video, I want to change the current position you're in and transform you into someone that's back on track to setting a goal that aligns with you and actually make progress towards it so you feel enjoyment for life again. Because I know the feeling you're in, bro. A year ago, I was living with two other entrepreneurs, and I decided to quit my 10K per month agency business so I could go back to school, prioritize my learning in engineering and computer science to level up my skill set, right? And that year was so hard, bro, because every day my roommates were doing business, were talking to me about business, were asking for my help in business. One of them was doing the same model that I did from scratch, so I was helping him. And I was just doing school, bro. I was not getting any external results of making money. It was not sexy. And I constantly compared my situation to them because I'm an entrepreneur at heart. And I was also comparing myself to the previous version of me that was successful with business and now was making no money with it. And that comparison that you have and that I have is the number one reason why you're not making progress anymore, why you're not having any energy for life, you have no fire, you have no drive. It's the comparison. It's not your current situation. It's the comparison. And let me go into detail on what that comparison looks like. You have this previous version of you, right? And they had some goal that they achieved that you don't have right now, whether they have a better body than you right now, whether they in the past, version of you made more money. You just see that accomplishment and you're comparing that to your current mundane life. It's not just that you don't have the achievement. Every day, you know the tasks you do. You know when you go to the toilet. You know when you brush your teeth. You know all these mundane things because it's your life. You experience them right now in the present every day, the current situation. But the past, you don't remember when you brushed your teeth 3 years ago on a random Monday. You don't remember the failed sales calls, the failed obstacles that you tried to overcome but didn't, overcome. You don't remember all these bad things. You just remember the highlights. And it's like the grass is greener in the past. And it's that comparison that's terrible because the past version of you actually had a dream that you have right now. They had a goal. They wanted something that you have right now. Let me give you an example. When I was making 10K per month with my business at 19, once I hit that, I was, happy, but immediately I was obsessed with the next goal, which was I wanted a girlfriend. And that was my main, purpose in life for a minute because I was, or like at least the thing I was obsessed on in my head because I was constantly telling myself like, shoot, now I need to get a girlfriend. And it's just always, your mind is always focused on what it lacks and what it wants and a pain it has. But that's the issue is that right now you're comparing yourself to someone that is just a glimpse of that. It's the same thing with social media. You have a glimpse of everyone else having an amazing perfect life, but you don't see the reality of it. You don't see that you and them are just human, experience the same, annoying things in life. That experience failure and mistakes. You don't see those things on social media. You just see the amazing parts. And then you compare that with when you make a mistake, when you fail, when you have a setback, and it's like, bro, am I just not made for this? Am I not good enough? But the issue isn't that you're not good enough, it's that you compare yourself. So this is how we're going to overcome it because please listen to this whole video entirely because it's going to transform your life. You're going to end this mental trap you're in of constantly dwelling on the past and comparing yourself. Okay? I need you to catch every single thought when you tell yourself, "Oh, I wish I was like him," or "I wish I was like my previous self," or "I wish I just had that body I had a couple years ago." I want you to catch those thoughts and I want you to silence them immediately. I want you to flush them down the toilet and I want you to replace them with a new thought, which is I am even more capable now to do what excites me. And figure out what excites you. Are you in medical school? Are you trying to build a business? Whatever it is right now, this is the situation you're in and it's where you exactly need to be. And I need you to have conviction in that. And I need you to believe that you're going to make shit happen because you're no longer living life on the sidelines. This video is going to make you play life again as a player. You're going to be in the game, okay? And it needs to start by eliminating these thoughts you have of comparing yourself to the previous version of you in the past and others around you. Okay? Catch those thoughts whenever you get them because you're going to get them. Everyone gets them. This is the human mind. But now you have a mental habit of catching them silencing them, flushing them down the toilet. That's an analogy I like to give to really puts into perspective what you need to do, and then replace them with a constructive thought, which is I can't wait for X. What is the new goal you have right now? What is something that excites you right now? It may be getting leaner again. Tell yourself, I can't wait to get abs. I can't wait to do whatever it might be. But now have the wisdom that that goal is not going to make you happier. You're going to still pursue it because the beauty of life is enjoying the process. Okay? But you're going to have the wisdom to realize that the new goal you set isn't happiness because a year from now you're going to want a different goal once you achieve it. A year from now you may lose the progress you've made. Obviously, if you're doing the right things, the probability of that is very low. But have the wisdom to understand that the goal is not going to lead you to happiness, but we still set goals so we can enjoy the process, so we can live a life that aligns with our values. Okay, so what is a goal you're excited about right now? I want you to start working towards that goal and have these statements that you tell yourself, which is, I'm so excited to do this. I can't wait to do this, because that's going to give you the belief, the conviction to actually do it. Because belief comes first. Okay, I need you to believe that the current version of you is more capable, more experienced than the past version of you or anyone else. Because that is the truth, bro. Even if you feel like you've lost something that you used to have, what you do have more of is experience, and experience is an amazing thing. Even if you have experience not doing something well, at least you know what not to do. That's the beauty of experience, is it's always valuable. So you are more capable now of achieving whatever goal that excites you now. And again, your goals change, your values change. So have some gratitude for that. Have gratitude that you can enjoy the process of life and that you can change, that you can have conviction in whatever you want to achieve right now, and that you can actually do it if you just put in the right work and you have the right constructive thinking to go along with it. And if you want more, techniques to do the right things, especially if you're doing entrepreneurship and have the right mindsets, hit the subscribe button, because I'm going to transform your mindset and allow you to get to your goals, but also have a wisdom to be happy 24/7. Okay? Number two, so we talked about comparison and why that's actually the thief of you making progress. Number two is, and we talked about replacing those thoughts with constructive thoughts. Number two is, I want you to realize something greater than you. The issue of why you compare yourself now to the previous version of you is actually deeper than just comparison. It's ego. Your ego takes a hit when you realize that right now you're not as good as you used to be, even though we've just discovered that who you used to be actually is equivalent to who you are right now, and there's actually probably things that you used to care about that you have right now. There's things that you used to want that you have right now. So we realize there's an even playing field here. It's not like, oh, you're putting your past self on a pedestal. No, actually, your past self would probably put you right now on a pedestal. You just have a broken mental habit of comparing yourself that's not realizing the good and bad parts of both experiences. Okay, so number two is, there is a life energy that you are breathing right now, that your previous self is breathing right now. That is you. That is your previous self. That is everyone around you. That is greater than this identity you've constructed of, I set goals, I achieve them, I want this, I like that. My name is Monid. I'm doing all these things you label yourself to be. They're not actually you. Who you really are is something permanent, and it will exist beyond your identity dying in what, 80 years. Let's say you live till 86 or 91, whatever it might be. There is a oneness here. Some people call it God, Allah, Waheguru. I'm half sick, my mom is sick, so I connect with Waheguru. But whatever the case is, there is a life energy in you that's keeping you alive, that's keeping me alive, that's keeping the trees around me alive, that's also created it and also destroyed it. That is who we truly are. And to have this ego to say, oh my God, I used to be so amazing in the past, is so like such a limited way of viewing life. Life is so much bigger than that. And once you realize this, you can start enjoying the process of life and not being so attached to things, not being so attached to the previous version of you, not being so attached to goals. Again, I want you to set goals and pursue them, but I want you to do it from a place of detachment, because that's the truth, man. Nothing is that big of a deal. Your mind is just making it that big of a deal, and it's the reason why you're keeping yourself stuck. So we're solving two problems in this video. One, we're going to make you not stuck anymore, because you no longer are stuck in this trap, in the story of telling yourself, I used to be good. No, now you're focused on what you can do now and improve to what excites you now. But also, we're solving the problem of how you view life entirely, because that's going to make it so you don't get stuck in this trap again of, oh, I used to be amazing. Because now I'm telling you, if you watch this video, you're going to start making progress again. But eventually, you're going to hit a point where you're like, bro, I used to be good back then. No, no, no. We need to change that by saying there is no you, there is no I. There's just a oneness at play that is doing everything. And it is perfect and imperfect. It is internal and external. It's in everything. It's doing everything. I'm not achieving these goals. Mana is not achieving these goals. The oneness is, it's just in the form of Mana. Do you see how that mindset is going to allow me to not be attached to things? Because it's really everything is just this oneness at play, this life energy, this you can call it universe, world, nature, God. It's this doing everything. And when you realize that you detach from everything, and you still pursue things, you still have desires. The core thing is you detach from the desire. You're not so attached to the thing happening, but you still pursue it. And it's like a fun game where you now just enjoy the process of life, of learning, of growing, of becoming a better entrepreneur or engineer or whatever you want to become better at. And you do it without this like idea of there's a there that I need to get to and then I'll be happy. No, every single day, whether it was in the past or you now or in the future, can enjoy the process of life. And life will happen no matter what. This oneness is going to keep persisting no matter what. If you want the Notion dashboard I use to achieve my goals, but also remind myself of this oneness, I created it for people like you in the link below. Click the link below, my guy, so you can set goals, achieve them, but also have the wisdom to realize that it's the oneness doing everything. I can't wait to see you in, my guy. Peace out.